Hi everyone, good morning. Welcome to YezPo Smart Solutions for the Smart Retailer. So thank you for joining us this morning. It's a pleasure to be joining this wonderful, well, on my side, very sunny morning with you guys. So while waiting for other attendees to join our webinar this morning, I'll walk you through GoToWebinar if you're not yet familiar with the platform. So on your screens, you'll be able to see two options on how to ask your questions or send any comments to us. So on mobile, it's the question mark icon. So simply click that. On desktop, if you're using your desktop or laptop, it's the speech bubble with the question mark inside. So if you use those, you'll be able to ask us your questions anytime during the webinar. If you have any feedback or comments, if you think the volume's too weak, something like that, or if you need us to repeat something the speaker said, please do let us know. So even though this is a webinar, we still want it as interactive as it can be, just like any other event. So your participation is really highly appreciated and encouraged. Okay, so if you have any concerns, or if later on you think na your question's a bit too hard to type or whatnot, you can actually raise your hand and then we'll be able to unmute you and you can ask us your questions. So feel free to use this to call our attention anytime. Usually we have a live Q&A after the presentation towards the end of the webinar. So either use the chat box or raise your hand. Either way, we'll be able to we'll get notified and we'll be able to address your questions. Okay, so what else? Your feedback, of course, is super important to us. We want to improve our webinars, and to do that, we want to know what you think. So any comments and suggestions are super helpful. So please do complete this survey after the entire webinar so that you'll be able to see and hear from both speakers. Speaking of, we have two speakers today actually. We have Miss Quina from VBusiness and Marnie from AWS Philippines. So while waiting for others, I have a question for those who are already here. So who among you already have an existing chatbot for your business? So I see some answers coming in. I'll give you a few more seconds to complete it. Okay, I think I'm still receiving some answers. Okay, I think that's it. So, all right. Okay, so let's see. So a lot of you, around 70%, sorry, malabo mata ko, around 70% says you still don't have a chatbot for your business, and around 25% of you said yes. Okay, so maraming pa rin wala. Okay, so perfect because this webinar actually addresses that. So we hope you find this useful. So we hope the solutions you find today you'll find useful and applicable to your business. If ever it's not also, or if you're looking for a different solution, please do feel free to get in touch with us after this event, or let us know through the question box if you want us to get in touch with you, so that we can if you have any specific requirements, we're more than happy to work with you on those. Okay. So let's maybe wait for just a minute for the other attendees to join. I hope you're all excited for the next hour we'll be spending together. Okay, so I think we have a good number of attendees to start. So, good morning, everyone. Welcome to today's webinar, Say Yes to YezPo, Smart Solutions for the Smart Retailer. I'm Lisan, and with me today are the VBusiness team and AWS Philippines teams. So if you're wondering what is YezPo, what am I saying yes to, don't worry because today's webinar will clarify that. And if you're looking for smart solutions for your retail business, you've also come to the right place. Definitely, we'll tackle that in the next 15 minutes. Well, that we have. So I before we start with our presentations, I would like to turn over the floor to Mr. Edison de Guzman of VBusiness, Sir Eddie.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Yeah. Thank you, Lisan. Thank you, team. Welcome to Chatbot, YezPo event. So thank you so much to each and everyone for being with us this morning. And I'd like to, of course, express our appreciation to our speaker, Ms. Wina Ke, our lead manager for Cube and AWS. Also to Marnie from AWS, our golden guru in retail and manufacturing industry. Of course, our very own mentor, Madam Ed Cabardo, who treated us like a family. And our team from Beeline, Lisen, thank you. Miss Tala, Tala ng buhay namin, our marketing, and the rest of the team who are here. I'd like to acknowledge also Christian from State Club. So again, thank you for coming, and let's get some insights from our speakers today, and how we can take advantage the use of the technology, especially for AWS, how we can take advantage of their tools, and that's why one of the solutions come out is YezPo. So we use AI and machine learning to to launch it, and also using their innovation in this situation of us. So again, this is normal now to us having this kind of session, how we can remotely and extend our support to our customers and clients, something like that. So especially the government is very strict in implementing this social distancing. So how we can adapt and align our innovation to those situation right now. So again, without further ado, let's welcome everyone, and thank you, and just relax. So thank you, and God bless us all.
All right, thank you, Sir Eddie. Kuina, when you're ready.
Okay, thank you for that, Lisan. So let
Sorry.
me know if
Okay, so I believe you're sharing your screen now. Wait,
okay.
there
So
we
let
see
me
it.
know if you can see my screen now.
Yes, all good, Miss Kuina. Please go ahead.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, so good morning everyone, and as Sir Edison mentioned, thank you again for taking the time to join us today as we discuss how does YezPo Chatbot can assist your business in bringing smarter innovation into your customers. So again, my name is Queen Ke. I'm the Q Business Unit Head from the business, wherein we provide cloud solutions to our customers. So let's talk about what is a chatbot. So typically, a chatbot is a program. So it's designed to simulate a human conversation. So it aims to provide provide answers to questions from our end users or customers. So through artificial intelligence, it brings smarter responses to their inquiries and also provide better efficiency in our operations. Okay. So we have different types of chatbots. So it can be informational, it can be transactional, and it can be an advisory type of chatbot. So later on, I'll send out a poll to find out which kind of chatbot you think applies more into your business. But before that, let me discuss it one by one, okay? So informational type of chatbot is usually the simplest type and the most common actually that we see now in the internet. So it provides frequently answered questions to our customers. So for example, if the nature of your retail business is most of the traffic of questions coming in are frequently questions that you come by day to day. So let's say, for example, is your service available within Metro Manila? Is your service available 24 by 7? So these are the type of repetitive questions that we get from our customers that we want to provide answers as much as possible to them because it lessens the risk of losing the business or the interest of your customers. So informational type of chatbots is the kind of chatbot that you would want to apply into your business if most of the questions that you get from your customers are very repetitive. Okay? And then the transactional type of chatbot is wherein you can allow your users to complete transactions like booking a service or ordering a product within the chat conversation. It maximizes your opportunity by securing the customer deals. So, for example, how often uh, do you get to experience that your customers within interacting on the chat, you can close the transactions, right? It's not that often. Usually, closing a transaction takes a lot of time, and mostly you get the increase from the customers through chat. So the moment that you get that inquiry from the customer, you want to keep them engaged. You want them to still keep that drive of interest towards your business or towards your products. So as much as possible, we want to improve the user experience for your customers. So it really gives a big impact to the customer if they can be able to book the transaction within the chat. So imagine no human intervention and you can close a deal with your customers. So that's one of the powers of having a chatbot that is powered by artificial intelligence. So another type of chatbot we have is the advisory. So with advisory type of chatbots, you can send out tips, you can send out promotional advisories to your subscribers. Um, you can select it even just a selected group or a specific group that you want to send out some advisories. So through this, you can have targeted marketing strategies for each type of your customers or customer segments. So with chatbot, it also learns on customer interaction. So let's say, for example, on the chatbot flow of communications that you have designed, is that you miss some phrases or keywords that your customers usually types in throughout the conversation. So it learns those keywords and gives you some recommendations in the future that you can improve on the user experience when your customer is interacting with the chatbot. Okay. So as I mentioned earlier, so let me just send out a poll question for you guys. Based from what I have discussed in here, is that which kind of chatbot do you think would be applicable for you for your business? Okay. So let me just send out here. So kindly select if you think that the type of chatbot you think applicable for your business is informational, transactional, or advisory. Okay, so I got in here some votes. So please do select. So again, later on, if you're interested to learn more about if I can do just one type of chatbot, can I do a mix of it? Yes, we can definitely do that. So don't be shy to give out your answers. Okay. So let's just wait for a while for the others to select their answers. Okay. So I believe some are having still a bit confused which type of chatbot do they think fits for their business. Okay, so let me see here. So far, we've got here half of the audience already voted. So the leading choice is for transactional, second is informational, and third is advisory. Okay. So I think almost most of the audience has already sent out their choices. So the leading choice that we have right now is the transactional. So actually, that's a very good choice right now, as we now see a shift in the market, as most of the consumers or the customers that we have are doing transactions online. So that's why it's a very crucial strategy that we have all the available tools and solutions that we have to make sure that we keep our customers engaged on our online platforms. Okay. Okay. So let's now proceed to our presentation. So let's talk about now how chatbots can help the retail industry. So amidst this pandemic, right? So we now see that, as I mentioned before, so through transactional types of chatbots, we can provide easy bookings and ordering for our customers. So we lessen the sales cycle for our customers, wherein they send out in an inquiry to us, we reply back. They send out another inquiry, we reply back, and then throughout the between those times that the customer is waiting for our responses, it gives the risk for for us that the customers might inquire from our competitors or to other service providers. So through chatbots, it gives out the conveniency for the end users to book the transactions or the services within that same time frame. And second is that it can help provide instant responses. So imagine if you're the customer and you send out an inquiry to a company, right? If you would have to wait for, let's say, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, just to get a response back, definitely you would look into someone else or some other providers. So that's lost business already for your for the company. So with chatbots, we provide instant responses that keeps the customers engaged, provides better user experience because they know that the questions that they needed to be answered is given or is being responded at the fastest possible time. And then third is through chatbots, you can provide that sense of being available 24 by 7. Because for traditional setups for the companies, if you would like to set up a customer service that is running 24 by 7, you have to employ more people, train more people, have more tools provided to them. So it's not just on the operational cost, but it also impacts as well on the investment on the trainings, investment on the human resources side, so for them to employ more people. But if you have a chatbot, you can have that 24 by 7 availability of responding to your customers without that additional cost on the human resources side or the training cost. Okay, and the next is it improves lead generation. So we mentioned with informational type of chatbots or with advisory type of chatbots, you can send out targeted promotions to your customers. So it improves the lead generation of your opportunities. It improves as well some repeat business for your company. So that is how chatbot can help your retail business. And of course, it can increase the customer service engagement because again, at the end of the day, if your customer is happy on how they were assisted throughout their inquiry, if they were happy with their experience when they were doing business with you, so it gives a better chance for a repeat business in the longer run. Okay. So next is what are the features of YezPo Chatbot? Okay, so YezPo Chatbot easily integrates with Facebook Messenger platform. So why Facebook? This is because as we studied the market nowadays, the trend is that most of our end users, most of our customers are doing transactions in the Facebook platform, right? So as we've seen throughout the pandemic, a lot of online businesses have been established within the platform, and a lot of SMEs have provided some new businesses to different sectors of the business. So we see in here that with YezPo Chatbot, you can use Facebook Messenger as your platform, as most of the customer inquiries are also coming in the social media platform. So that's why with YezPo, you can easily integrate it with your Facebook page and promote a better user experience when your customers are visiting your Facebook page. And then you can set up key phrases and corresponding replies. So as we mentioned that with artificial intelligence, what we can do is we can mimic almost close to human interaction with our end users, wherein you would be able to define and design your own customer communication flow. And then we also provide a live support for your chatbot feature. So for example, if in case that the chatbot um, has encountered a very unique question from your customer, so we can trigger a ticket for a live support wherein your agents would only need to respond to specific questions that are not pre-established on your YezPo chatbot. Okay, and then the good thing about the YezPo chatbot is you can generate a report that we can use for further analysis of your business. So let's say, for example, at the end of the month, you get a report from your YezPo chatbot that this is the keyword or this is the specific product that most of your customers are inquiring about or ordering. So from there, you can make a strategic marketing decision, like say, for example, okay, next month, since this is the most typed keyword or inquired product, then I could use that for promotional purposes. So it gives you more insight on how are your customers interacting with your YezPo chatbot. And then, of course, another feature is broadcasting messages to specific groups. So as we mentioned, that a very crucial factor for us to get a better closing rate for our business is targeting specific users or customers for a specific product or services. So with this, you can send out promotional broadcast messages to them for them to be aware that there's an ongoing promotion or an ongoing sale for your business that targets what they really is interested about. Okay. Now, what are the benefits? So I've talked about this on the earlier side, or on the earlier slides, but let me just uh, do it a summary of it. So with YezPo Chatbot, it increases productivity and efficiency for your business. It gives your customers a sense that you are available online 24 by 7. It gives a more interactive marketing platform for your business and for your end users, and then it gives a convenient and accurate customer experience because again we're giving that sense of experience to our customers that the questions that they send out gets responded as soon as possible, and then it gives out the benefit for reduced manual effort. So again, regardless of how many inquiries you get per day, since you have a chatbot, you don't have to increase your manpower resources just to accommodate those coming in questions from your customers. And then another benefit is you get to have the ability to forecast the right options. So as we mentioned from the reports, for the analytics reports, you can be able to have an insight of what are the next strategic marketing materials that you can send out to your customers based on the history of inquiries. And then, of course, it gives out a savings on your cost. Since the good thing about YezPo Chatbot is it's in a subscription basis type. So when you subscribe to the platform, into this solution, we're already subscribing it as a whole, meaning the infrastructure running this application is already included. So all you need to do is just subscribe to the YezPo Chatbot, and you would be able to run this chatbot application into your Facebook Messenger. So it saves a lot in terms of infrastructure cost, in terms of maintenance. So you don't have to think about the infrastructure and the maintenance because it's all already included in the YezPo Chatbot subscription. Okay, so now let's talk about, aside from chatbot, what are the other business essentials that we can use for our business? So we have in here Lightsail. So Lightsail is an AWS service wherein you can easily develop your own business applications or even your website and run it through Lightsail. So with Lightsail, you already get to choose pre-packaged or pre-provisioned cloud servers for your application. So if, for example, your business is planning to develop your own applications and you want to do some testing and development, and you don't want to run the risk of running it on your on-premise servers, you can use this light sale. So it's as easy as turning on your light sale subscription and turning it off if you don't need it. So it doesn't have that lock-in commitment like like other providers. So it's very flexible, and that's why it's very convenient if you're very sensitive in managing your costs in the for your IT resources. So Lightsail is a good fit for you if you're planning to test out your applications or even just simply run your websites. Okay. And then another business essential is the Workmail. So Workmail is the mailing service of AWS. So if you're tired of managing your email servers, doing the maintenance, patch updates for your servers, you can use Workmail, wherein again it's a subscription basis type. So you only turn on users that are active for your Workmail, and you can turn off users that are no longer connected to your company. So it gives you more flexibility in controlling your email server resources. So it's also compatible not just for your desktop, but also for your mobile phones. So you can access your emails on the go using your mobile phones. Okay, and then the next is Chime. So Amazon Chime is a meet, chat, and place where you can place business phone calls. You can do this to collaborate internal meetings or even external meetings to your customers. So it's as easy as accessing a video conferencing meeting just through your mobile phone or through your desktop. So it's very convenient for your business. If you're heavy on the need to have meetings with your customers, especially now during the pandemic, that we see that we're really transitioning our communications through online. So there's now a less need to have face-to-face meeting with your customers. Instead, with Amazon Chime, you can book a meeting with them, do online video conferencing, or even just a simple phone conversation with your customers through Amazon Chime. Okay. So again, just to give also a brief background of where we're coming from. So our mother company is Value Line. The Value Line company has been in the business for 20 years already, which as we have an experience in providing infrastructure and security in the business. And from Value Line, we have three subsidiary companies. VBusiness is one of them, which is, as I mentioned before, part of the Cube. So we provide cloud services to our customers, powered by AWS. And then we have Strict Lab Solutions Inc., which is our business innovation company, handling research and developments, application developments. And then we also have B1G2 Technologies, which is our security company focusing on providing security solutions, not just on-premise, but also on cloud. And they are the exclusive distributor of ESET antivirus here in the country. And as we mentioned, YezPo is not just the only application that we provide in the market. So we also have Cube, which is a shared hosting facility for your websites. And then we also have Sunrays Media, which is our streaming platform. So if you are interested in streaming some media contents or video contents for your end user customers, so we have Sunrays Media. We have Access CRM, which is our customer relationship management tool, wherein you can manage your sales pipeline, do some sales forecasting, manage your customer database. So you can do that with Access CRM. And we have our Earnest, which is like a membership management platform. So again, as I mentioned, that we have 20 years of experience in providing security to our customers. So that's why we really make it a point that we are certified. So we have ISO certification for 9001, which is for quality management, and ISO 27001 for security management. So again, this is VBusiness, coming from that experience that we're talking about earlier, we are an advanced consulting partner of AWS. So meaning we have complied with the quality certification. So we have certified engineers in AWS, giving you that assurance that we would be providing you the proper process in implementing your projects. We would be providing you the fit solutions for what your company needs. So if not just for chatbot, if you have other future plans for your company, like for backup, disaster recoveries, planning to run your applications on the cloud, so feel free to reach out to us in order for us to assist you. Okay, so thank you so much, everyone, for listening to my topic for the YezPo Chatbot. And feel free to scan our QR codes to visit our website and our Facebook page. Okay, so let me just now, this is where my discussion ends. So let me just transfer the floor now to Sir Marnie. Sir Marnie.
Hey, Quina.
Hi.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Hi, Lisan.
Hi. Yes,
Good
so
morning.
thank you, Quina. Hi, Marnie. So I'm just showing your slides here.
Yeah. Lisan, can I share my slides instead?
Sure, sure, go ahead. Let me pass it on to you.
Thank you.
So while waiting for Marnie to set up his slides, we'd like to thank Queena again for that insightful presentation. So now I hope you guys are encouraged to try out not just their chatbot, but their, if you want to know more of their other services, as she's discussed, there's a really a variety of them. So for every aspect of your business. So please do get in touch with them. Okay, I think Marnie, you're okay now?
Yep. Can you see my slides, Lisan?
Yes, all good.
All right. Thank you. So good morning, everyone. And it's a privilege to have the floor together with our partner Line with Quina, Edison, and team. I'm Marnie Tolosa. I'm the Senior Partner Manager in AWS Philippines. And for today's topic on smarter retail, I'm privileged actually to share with you how Amazon.com story has started from retail, and through AWS, we are sharing our experiences in retail and in supply chain with our customers such as yourselves. So that will be my topic for today. Okay. And for us, for Amazon particularly, key to our success in the retail industry, as we've been growing this since 1995, is our customers, particularly understanding our customers' journey. And why is our customer journey important to us? Customer journey is not just a marketing term, or it's not just a marketing buzzword. In Amazon, we live and we breathe through customer journey, because this is the only way that we will be able to understand and serve our customer. So each experience that we have done with our customers is earned, and every choice that our customers do in Amazon.com is actually guided. And it's the reason why, regardless of channel that you use, it may be a face-to-face, it may be in an in-store, or it could be a digital store, an e-commerce, a payment, or any channel that matters to a customer. Each choice is guided, and each choice is actually structured to satisfy the customer and to align to their experience. And as I mentioned, we start and end with the customer. Especially nowadays, in the middle of the pandemic, customers are looking at new means to actually connect. Similar to retailers, you wanted to connect your customers to as much as many channels as possible. If you're in the transport or logistics industry, the 1PL and the 2PL are now becoming more significant partners to a 3PL. because now it goes to the last mile delivery to the barangays or to the communities. Likewise, having an online chat that Pina just shared a while back is a key channel that allows you to connect your customers wherever, whenever they are. So to us, knowing who the customer is and understanding their journey is actually important. And what better way to look at the customer journey, but to map how they actually do a purchase. So normally customers don't just go to a website to Amazon.com and purchase. Normally, or in most cases, customers already have something in mind to purchase. They are not just so sure what brand and what price. And it's for this reason that the first step to a customer journey is interest and research. And based on industry insights, 63% of customers expect personalization as standard. Especially in today's situation, knowing not just knowing who you are, but knowing what needs are appropriate in a given situation is actually key. And personalizing it is actually important to most customers. 74% of customers gets frustrated when they don't see what they wanted to see on the store of what's being offered. And that's the reason why churn is high when they do interest and search research stage. With this, if we follow and align to what the customers need and their journey, it allows us to have a better chance to actually be purchased. And as you notice, I believe everyone in this webinar have had several online orders, and we don't just stop placing our orders. In fact, one of the key insights that we found out is even if after they purchase in a day twice or thrice, they actually check whether the items are moving or not. So customers are actually tracking details of their goods. Also, the facility that when they receive an item or if they have an inquiry, there's a facility for them to actually inquire. Uh, at the end of the journey, it allows us and you our customers in the retail industry and transport industry to actually build your brand loyalty and advocacy by having an infrastructure or a solution that allows and aligns to your customer journey. So 60% of consumers are unhappy because they are not being able to upgrade. So this is actually important to a customer. And each journey, and the reason why we're stressing on the journey and understanding your customer's journey, because your customer's journey is your opportunity. 30% of the time, journeys predict better your customer satisfaction because each step of the way, you are actually interacting with your customers, either through a chatbot or through an online message or through a video chat. It allows you then to know your customers better. And that's why it's important that you align your customer journey. And likewise, 45 times, there's more harm from bad customer experience than help from good. And this is mainly because of the social setting engagement that we have. We may have 100 or 1,000 happy customers, but one bad customer can actually spoil the good reputation that we have. And that's the reason why it's important that we understand the journey. And 70% of the spend of customers are of multiple good experiences. This is actually one of the important aspects of determining whether your mobile app or your e-commerce is a sound solution for your customers. If you know what they spend and what products they spend on, so that you can determine whether each step of the way they are experiencing good experience regardless of whatever product they are purchasing from you. So having this customer journey lined up gives you a higher chance to land an opportunity with your customers. So as I mentioned, customer journey is important. But for AWS, your own journey is equally important. And in this particular slide, what we've actually done is map your customer journey with your own journey. The purpose of that is to make sure that you are aligned to what your customer is asking or what your customer is expecting. So for example, if your customer is canvassing for an item, uh, on your end, it's actually good to have a good planning, demand plan, or a sales forecast that would be based on what your customers is actually interested on or are researching. And that's the reason why allowing the planning stage of the customer journey is your own demand forecast or your own sales forecast. The next is once your customer is engaged and is evaluating your product or your items, this is where promotion and recommendation is key. So whilst they are doing their evaluation, if you visit Amazon.com, you'd always see a promotion being popping up or a recommendation on the side of what other similar networks or customers are looking for similar to yours. And it's for this reason that our wallet share or our basket size for the customer is increasing. Mainly because now that we understand what they'd like to purchase, we are giving them recommendation of similar character attributes that may reflect another purchase of another item. And once the customer is ready to purchase, we provide incentives or facilities that allows them to actually, for us to actually sell more or upsell or cross-sell. Up to the point that we help them track their items, making sure that what they see when they track is similar to what we have in our supply plan or in a supply schedule. And this is where fulfillment and shipment comes in. Inquiry and return, equivalent is delivery and support. Loyalty and advocacy, this is where a lot of data insights and data analytics is happening. Although a lot of data insights are already happening within the journey, at the tail end, this is where we need to understand the behavior, the patterns of our customers of similar attributes or different attributes of how we could effectively plan and forecast again. So connecting their experiences, connecting our experiences, connecting customer experience with your own experience allows us and allows you to guide their choice and lead a successful journey for our customers. So as I shared, Amazon has been requested by most retailers, by many retailers. And when I say retailers, this includes supply chain customers, transport and logistics customers, of how Amazon has achieved its current status based on decades and decades of experience of us serving retail customers around the world. And it is for this reason that Amazon Web Services is the arm that Amazon is leveraging on to provide that experience. And with AWS, we are working with partners such as Value Line, VBusiness, so that the experience that we have in Amazon can be shared to VBusiness, to Value Line, so that you could also learn from what Amazon has been doing. And in this webinar, I'll actually share with you Amazon's story of how we started and how we actually grew. This statement actually came from our CEO, Andy Jassy, who reports to the board and reports directly to Jeff Bezos. So you know Amazon.com. Amazon.com has been in the industry for since 1995, and analysts have been forecasting the growth of Amazon even in the early 2000s because of the innovation and simplicity of its offering to our customers. When we started in 1997, we only had actually one marketplace and two fulfillment centers. So the marketplace allows us to connect customers and partners. The fulfillment centers allows us to execute orders and deliveries through that marketplace. And in 2020, we've actually grown our marketplace to 13. I think it's going to 14 or 15. We have 100 million prime customers worldwide. We have 185 fulfillment centers worldwide. In fact, one of the shared service center of Amazon is in the Philippines. One is in MOA and the other one in Cebu, serving the region. We have 500,000 full-time employees and contractors. And key to this growth is how technology has set the foundation for Amazon to actually scale and service the marketplace and experience and customers. Share with you our vision. So our vision is how do we connect our customers with our partners, including extended partners. These extended partners are actually key to us in our growth and servicing our communities globally. Key to our vision as well is on digitization of assets. How do we make use of data? How do we make use of information that would allow us to understand and service our customer? Likewise, digitizing is not just, it doesn't stop with digitizing, but automating the operations for agility and accuracy. These two words are key in a pandemic situation, given that we have several constraints in our supply chain. As our supply chain is globally connected, being agile and being accurate and intentionally accurate is actually key, so that we could match supply with demand, optimizing our inventory and our capacity. So as much as if you've seen Amazon's success, as much as we can, we have sufficient capacity and inventory to actually support customer demand, even when they are still on the canvas stage of their journey. So when we look at our own end-to-end supply chain automation, we don't just look at a product, deliver, and that's it. We start actually with forecast. An effective forecast, matching demand and supply, allows us to define what capacity is needed to support such forecast. For this reason, that even prior to a purchase, we already know that we have sufficient capacity with good business margins to support the cycle, and likewise satisfy the customer based on the commitment that we have on the delivery. And this has been the ongoing cycle in Amazon.com, and that's the reason why we are sharing with the customers. It's actually not a rocket science. We just wanted to share with our customers that data in a data-driven organization using insights will help you with your supply chain automation. Currently, what Amazon is doing is we're also investing in our warehouse automation. If you go to any of our fulfillment centers, a lot of our warehouse is aided by robotics. And it is for this reason that we can do one-day shipping, or we can do committed shipments. Likewise, aside from extracting data, definitely there's lots of data, even in your companies. There's lots of data, but the challenge is what do you make, or what can you do with your data, and what sense can you make out of your data, so that you could relate to your customer journey and to your operations. And it allows us to have a complete inventory traceability. So every step of the way, we have that traceability along the supply chain, and that allows us to actually optimize our capacity and our resource. So this is what Amazon is investing right now for the sole purpose of satisfying the customer and aligning to their customer journey. So with this, it allows us to be efficient throughout our supply chain. Imagine a reduction of 20% on fulfillment cost by just doing an efficient automation. A 10% inventory throughput, actually, based on analysts, would increase 5 percentage points of your bottom line revenues. An increase of labor productivity decreases your overtime cost for your staff. Maximizing space allows you to store more and move items more, inventory more. The last one is actually a pleasant story to share. 99% clean inventory accuracy, which means the chance that you make a mistake of pick and pack is less than 1%, and that is actually way above of industry standards. So how did we do it? So in 1995, actually there's in Amazon being a startup until to this day, we always believe of simplification of processes and doing innovation. So during that time where there's not much technology to use, we've actually used traditional statistical methods to actually do our forecast. And mostly we use Excel and all those. But in this particular aspect, this is where we realize of having a single source of truth or single source of data for all of our forecasting plans. What does that mean? We know that we have silos of applications or solutions in our companies. And these silos have shown us how a disconnected organization limits or constrains your decision making. So in Amazon, what we did is we made sure that all data points, regardless from whichever source there is stored in what we call a data lake. The data lake now becomes the single source of data source that would allow forecasters, inventory planners, finance, accounting, even the senior executives to actually look at what's happening in the company. And in the last, from 12 years, we've actually grown from and using from traditional statistical methods to providing high price variability, knowing the demand between national and regional. We were able to identify slow-moving products and move items accordingly so that we could move inventories out faster, mass and align this with new products, and having knowing seasonal products at a particular point in time where customers would actually be needing it even before they purchase it. So from the traditional methods, having so much data already available, then we recognize then that we need to use machine learning or data insights or big data. You could call it in whatever term you like to call it, but in the sense of the word is how do we now make use of this data, this information, and learn behaviors and patterns of what our customers are doing. So from 2007 and 2015, Amazon created algorithms, a lot of algorithms on machine learning that would allow us to elevate our insights to a more meaningful manner. And this is where in Amazon Web Services was where SageMaker and other AI tools were actually born. And from 2015 to 2019, one of the things that we realized is not just on machine learning, with the advent of deep learning, how can we make use of deep learning, ARIMA, neural, especially for those that are data scientists in the room? How do we make use of deep learning to improve our accuracy? As we know, the higher the accuracy of our forecast, the higher the chance that we could be able actually to meet our business goals. So to Amazon, it's all about end-to-end visibility based on what the customer's journey is, provide accurate estimated time or ETAs so that customers will stay happy as items are being fulfilled. All this was all possible for Amazon to do because of the birth of Amazon Web Services. So the technology in play in support of Amazon supply chain is on Amazon Web Services. So in our own environment, you're able to support Amazon, and likewise extending this to customers such as yourselves, and allow you to experience the same. So if Amazon has several marketplaces globally, likewise we have to align as well on the global infrastructure needed to support the marketplace, and similarly to support our customers' need regardless of where you are in the globe. So we have 155 edge locations. In the Philippines, we have one edge location. And that's the reason why Netflix is actually running faster in the Philippines, because we have a POP, we have an edge. And we service 65 cities across 29 countries. And as I shared a while back, there's nothing that we do in Amazon Web Services that retailers didn't tell us. So on the left-hand screen is what our customers and what our retailers are telling us. In the advent of online payment, a lot of our retailers are interested on serverless or microservices so that they'll be agile. So the likes of GCash, the likes of Paymaya, they are actually running on AWS and using microservices. A lot of our e-commerce sites are actually also using microservices that allows them to be agile and light as they service and they offer their e-commerce application to the market. Likewise, our retailers are asking Amazon and Amazon Web Services, how do you do your demand forecast? And it's for this reason that Amazon Web Services last November in our reInvent launched our newest service called Amazon Forecast, wherein you don't need to have a data science team to do your sophisticated deep learning forecast. Amazon Forecast is a simple managed service forecast service that allows any retailer to actually do and run demand forecasts. Likewise, personalization is key for most retail, if not all retail and transport and logistics. We do have an equivalent offering that we've built called Amazon Personalized and Amazon Pinpoint that allows our customers to understand and align to the customer journey. So on the left is what retailers tells us. On the right, most is what our partners are telling us. So we listen both to our customer's customer and to our partner's partner. And there's nothing that we build that is not based from what they are telling us. Hence, whatever we build, we leverage from a mothership, from Amazon. And how we build it, we made it simple. And that's why most, if not all of our customers are happy with Amazon Web Services, because we made things simple. And we actually have our partners offer this simple, sophisticated solutions to our customers. From months to days. Imagine having worked for a manufacturing before, a production planner before, a supply chain planner before. Typically, it takes us 4 months to run a supply plan. Now, I could run my supply plan in 4 days. So imagine from a 3-4 month supply plan or a master production schedule, running it in 4 days. That would actually be an important, significant feat. And what comes next is how do we now help our customers define the future? So, and this is where innovation is key. And it's for this reason that I've shared that Amazon will always be a startup, because we wanted to have that startup mentality that allows us to innovate further for the satisfaction and benefit of our customers. So it allows us to actually offer a much lower cost, higher scale and efficiency, and scalable results to both our customers' customer and our partners and their partners. And all this is how AWS has actually helped our retail, transport, and logistics customers. And with that, I end my session this time.
Thank you so much, Marnie. So I hope you guys we're able to appreciate, Amazon Web Services even more. So again, like what Marnie said, AWS was actually born out of Amazon, the biggest online retailer and e-commerce company and distributor, warehouse distributor. So we're actually right now, what's gonna happen next is we're gonna play a game. So we hope you guys were listening because we're going to play a game of fast fingers. So let me just share my screen. Okay, hold on. Okay, so like I said, we're gonna play a game of fast fingers. So it's very, very easy. So we have 3 questions prepared for you, very easy questions. The first person who types in the right answers wins a prize from Amazon Web Services. So we're gonna give you Grab food vouchers. So just in time for maybe your lunch or your merienda today. So I hope you guys are ready. Don't worry, these are very easy questions. Okay. So to be able to answer, can you try chatting us through the questions box? Just say hi. Can everyone type hi on your questions box and send it to us just so that we know it's working and that you know where to type in your answers? Okay, so I see hi's from Roberto and Benjo. How about the others? Hi, John, Norman. Great. Okay, so I'll give you maybe 30 seconds more to figure out where that button is on your screens or on your phones, iPads. So of course, we want everyone today to participate in this game. Okay, great. So there, so you know how to answer. So I'm gonna reveal the first question now. Is what is VBusiness Chatbot called? Okay, so Benjo answered first. It was very just really really quick there. So I think everyone knows this, should know this, I hope, because it's the title of our webinar as well. So the answer is yes po. Okay. So Benjo got it first. All right. Don't worry guys, we have 2 more questions. So next, what social media platform can you integrate YezPo Chatbot with? Okay, very, very quickly. Is this Aimer? Aimer de la Cruz. I hope I'm saying your name right. Congratulations. So the answer is Facebook or FB Messenger. Okay, so we have 1 more question for those who want to win a prize. Okay, on Marnie's customer journey, what is the first step? So if you were paying attention to his customer journey, what is step? Okay, I'm looking for a specific word or keyword. No one. I only have a few answers so far. No one's getting it. None. Parang no one's getting the answer. Plan and I'm getting different answers, but not what I'm looking for. There. Actually, since we're very nice, so okay. So I'm gonna show his slide again, really quickly. So the answers I was looking for were interest in research and plan and forecast. So actually, 2 people. I would accept both at this point. So I'm gonna give it to Luke, and yeah. So he said and he said interest in research, but I'm sure that's right. And then Benjo also said plan and forecast, so that's also right. Okay, so that's it for Fast Fingers. Congratulations to our winners, and thank you everyone for playing, for participating. Okay, so now we're gonna open the floor for Q&A. We do have a few questions already for Miss Kina, Quina and Marnie. I believe they've been answered as well. But then if you have any more questions, so a while ago, we had a question about, can YezPo Chatbot be integrated with a mobile ordering app? And the answer is yes, it is possible for us to integrate to your app. It will be subject for customization for the API. Okay, so if you are wondering the same thing, so I hope that answers your question. Any more questions from our audience, from our participants today? Please feel free to raise your hands again, or you can chat us just the same, just similarly how you played. No questions? Okay, so all right, wait, I have a question. Okay, so here. What kind of report can I get from YezPo Chatbot? So maybe elaborate on that.
Okay, so for the type of reports that we can get, so we can get reports for the traffic, the number of questions that we receive from our customers. We also get tickets statistics. So for example, how many questions did our chatbot receive that was not predefined? We also get a report for missed keywords or phrases, wherein we can use that to train further our chatbot. So those are some of the kinds of reports that we can um, receive from our YezPo chatbot.
Okay, so thank you very much. So I hope you guys were able to get that. We have a few more questions. One from Nestor. How long can you train the bot in another language?
Okay. So for that, in another language, that would be subject for the predefined conversation flow that we would be designing for the chatbot. So usually for training it for another language, we need first to plan out the design of the communication. So let's say, for example, if you're looking into targeting multiple countries, it might take a while, but since again, the universal language is English, so it's actually more convenient for our chatbot to start with the English language first.
Okay, so I hope, so there you have it. So we'll train it in English first, but then if it can it recognize Tagalog if you
Mm-hmm.
want it, because like some Filipinos, they sometimes they put some Tagalog expressions or in there. So will it recognize those two?
Yeah, can I
For
add?
that, yes,
Sure.
Sir Edison.
Yeah, like in one of the LGUs, what we did is we make it Tagalog.
Okay.
So we did is we we customize it in Tagalog version because the LGU and the constituents can understand it clearly in that level. So
Right.
it is flexible on that area because you input and what are the answers needed to trigger are can be manageable and can be done easy.
Oh, okay. So there you have it. So you can train it. It's flexible, and you can train it to learn Tagalog if you think that would be easier for your customers. Then there. If you have any questions on that, you can also get in touch with them later. We have other questions. I see another one here. How about the subscription plan? So I guess is it
Mm-hmm.
monthly? Is it
Yes,
what are your
it's
packages, I guess?
monthly. Mm-hmm, yes. So for the subscription with YezPo Chatbot, so it's actually monthly. So that's why it's very flexible on your in managing your operations cost. So you can subscribe to the YezPo Chatbot on a monthly payment terms.
And how much is it? Is this something you can disclose now?
For that, we can discuss it further. We can set a meeting for that since we would need to define the specific needs for your
Right.
business. Yes.
So you'd need to scope it pa, no?
Yes, we need to do a
Okay.
further scoping.
So Benjo, I think if you don't mind, we'll give your contact details. Actually, we have your contact details, so we'll get in touch with you. Well, the Business Value Line will get in touch with you. So hope that's okay. All right. So any more questions, guys, from the audience? No one's raising their hands. Okay, so it's actually 1:10, so we're a bit over time, a bit by 10 minutes. So if there's no more questions, thank you very much for joining us. Thank you to Queena and to Marnie for their insightful presentations about retail, chatbot, Amazon Web Services, Amazon Solutions, and how it can help you. So if you're interested in any of those solutions that we presented this morning, do let us know on the feedback form. So it's through this link over there. The survey will also pop up after you exit the webinar, so please do let us know how we can improve. Or if you want us to get in touch with you, please do indicate that as well. So you can email the addresses found on your screens as well. So for VBusiness, it's Cristal Hernandez, and for Amazon AWS PH, it's Miss Edka Bardo. Okay, so thank you very much, everyone. Thank you to our participants, and thank you to our speakers and to the whole team. So VBusiness
Thank
team,
you.
Amazon team. Thank you and have a good day ahead. Thank you,
Thank you,
and
everyone.
yeah, we'll hopefully
Thank
to see you
you.
in our future
Thank you.
webinars. We'll leave
Yeah.
the webinar for a few more minutes, but then feel free to leave if you have something else to do. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.